The reason I taking a live video now, because just now I talking with my wife, I realized something very important. It's like you do a mathematical question. You're always wrong. You're always wrong. You don't understand the reason why equals to this number. And now, boom, everything makes sense. Okay, here's the story. Just now, this morning I see a Chinese big monk, ridiculously like eating in the restaurant, and so many Chinese old ladies bow to the guy and give the money to the guy, and the guy say, as the people say, he's like 117 years old. I don't give a shit about that. I don't think so. But either way, they just keep throw the money to him. And he just don't give a shit and just use a hand to touch the people's head. I really don't like this kind of so-called Buddhism or whatever shit. I think this is a fucking scam. And tonight my wife showed me about how the big monk, when big monk died, so many people respect them and go visit the dead body. I also don't really like it because I feel it's similar like the Chinese scams, the fake monk stuff. And then we started talking about this. Where we come from about this idea. All of a sudden, I found the point of view I look at the thing is because of other people. For example, the monk. I said this monk did whatever the things is up to himself, and why he deserve we go there and appreciate him and bow him and give the money or whatever things. It seemed like the old monk, he did maybe he not make any contribution for the society. Why would give the money to him? And all of a sudden, my wife point me to make me feel relaxed that no matter what the big monk do, it do himself, but the things, the behavior he influence myself, so that myself feel good, bad, happy or sad. That determines how much I respect him. So everything is not up to him, it's up to myself. You get what I mean? Before, as my thinking, for example, give the tips, I feel give 20 baht, give 50 baht. It because how good their service is. But my wife always like to give the bigger tips, which I don't feel, comfortable. For example, like 150 baht massage, she willing to give like 100 baht tips. We've been talking about this issue before. I feel like 50 baht is good enough. Well, now everything makes sense because I give these tips either 50 baht or 100 baht. Which one make myself more comfortable? It's not how much the work or how much he deserves to give. If everything comes from your point of view, you do something good, you give the money for the poor people, not because of how poor they are, because you give this money, you feel happy. That makes sense for everything and explain a lot of things. And after thinking about this, a lot of things before is not really explained. It make a lot of sense now. That's why I want to record this one for myself. Maybe one day somebody look at this and able to understand what I'm talking about. Because these things I feel really, really, really important because of nobody teaching me. Even my wife keep talking about you have to look at yourself. You have to look at yourself. It's just one sentence and it make no sense. I mean, what do you mean is look at yourself? But after the conversation, everything makes sense. Is the thing you do or you look at it, the perspective of the original point is up to other people or up to yourself? By the way, I feel so good in Chiang Mai. And tomorrow is start the first day of the holiday for Songam. Nobody works, so I decided to work by myself. Today I did some jogging. Oh, here's a little challenge. I'm 75.8, right? Yesterday. I'm willing to reduce my weight under 70 kilo. And 6th of May, we got to flew back to my hometown in China and have a wedding ceremony. I tell my wife, say this wedding ceremony we can make some money because now we spend all the money, and she don't believe it because she definitely see some bad experience of their hometown. A family trying to making some money for the wedding, in the end they lose the money, so the bride's mother get a heart attack, go to the hospital. That's why she worried about my mom go to the hospital. So anyway, today's discover can be very, very important for my life, and I will look at the things by this new angle for the world. And I think this is a very big gift before we open the Zen style guest house. I hope everyone who stay in the Zen style guest house can find something good for their lives and be more happy.